Good morning, children. Today we are going to start the second part of second chapter history, nationalism in India. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the Satyagraha movement of Gandhiji started in different part of the country. Then Rowlatt Act passed by British government and Jallianwala massacre that took place in Amritsar. Children, identify the picture of the great personality of India. Exactly, this is the picture of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. He had the major role in the national freedom struggle movement. He was born on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar. After marriage, he went to South Africa and worked as a barrister for 20 years, where he started Satyagraha movement against the racial discrimination that was apartheid. He had the significant role in the national movement struggle. His non-violence ways and peaceful method were the foundation for gaining independence from the British. Mahatma Gandhi arrived in India on 9th January 1915. Initially, he spent a year visiting various places in India to have an understanding of the situation. As you know, he had come from South Africa, where he had successfully fought the racist regime with a novel method of mass agitation, which he called Satyagraha. The same movement started by him in India also. The idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and the need to search for truth. It suggested that if the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppressor. Mahatma Gandhi believed that this dharma of non-violence could unite all Indians. Children, there were four movements started by Mahatma Gandhi in India. First is Satyagraha movement, second is non-cooperation movement, third is civil disobedience movement, and fourth is Quit India movement. In this presentation, we are going to discuss widely about Satyagraha movement. First of all, we should know the meaning of Satyagraha. Satyagraha is a Hindi word that consists of two words Satya plus Agraha. That means Satya ke liye Agraha. The idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and the need to search for truth. It suggested that if the cause was true, if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppressor. Without being aggressive, a Satyagrahi could win the battle through non-violence. This could be done by appealing the consciences of the oppressor. Gandhiji started his famous Satyagraha movement to struggle against the oppressive plantation system. In Champaran, which was in northern Bihar, the indigo planters were forcing the peasants to grow indigo even when it was not profitable for the peasants. Even the peasants were suffering losses by cultivating indigo in their most fertile land. Rajkumar Shukla, an indigo cultivator, persuaded Mahatma Gandhi to go to Champaran and the movement began. The result of the movement was that the agrarian bill was passed, which gave great relief to the indigo cultivators. In the year 1917, Mahatma Gandhi organized a Satyagraha movement to support the peasants of Kheda district of Gujarat. In Kheda district, most of the crop were damaged due to the heavy rainfall. Mahatma Gandhi went to Kheda as the peasants of Kheda were unable to pay the high taxes levied by the British due to the crop fail and a plague epidemic, and were demanding that revenue collection be relaxed. Mahatma Gandhi started a Satyagraha movement on 22nd March 1918 and advised the peasant not to pay revenue. Meanwhile, the government granted some concession to the poor peasants. Finally, the movement was withdrawn. Mahatma Gandhi launched the Satyagraha movement at Ahmedabad in 1918. The fight against the injustice non-violently. Mahatma Gandhi led the mill workers of Ahmedabad in a strike against the mill owner who had refused to pay them high wages. After the struggle, the workers were able to get 35% raise in their wages. Now we will discuss the Rowlatt Act. Under the guidance of Mahatma Gandhi, the political activities and struggle against injustice started in most of the part of India. During the First World War, in order to control public unrest and root out conspiracy and revolutionary activities, Rowlatt Act was passed in March 1919. It was passed by Sir Sidney Rowlatt. This act had hurriedly passed by Imperial Legislative Council despite the united opposition of Indian members. It gave the government enormous power to suppress political activities and allow detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. The purpose of the act was to curb the growing nationalist movement and revolts in the country. Mahatma Gandhi wanted non-violent civil disobedience against such unjust laws, which would start with a hartal on 6 April. After the opposition of Indian members in the assembly, Rowlatt Act was passed. It was unjust law because the people were caught, sent to jail without presenting in the court. Against this act, rallies were organized by people in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshops and shops closed down. The British administration decided to clamp down on nationalists. Local leaders were picked up from Amritsar and Mahatma Gandhi was barred from entering Delhi. On 10th April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a peaceful procession, provoked widespread attack on banks, post offices and railway stations. Martial law was imposed by General Dyer. What happened in Jallianwala Bagh? Why Jallianwala Bagh is famous? On 13th April, the infamous Jallianwala Bagh incident took place. On that day, a crowd of villagers who had come to Amritsar to attend a fair gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh. Being from outside the city, they were unaware of the martial law that had been imposed. Dyer entered the area, blocked the exit points, and opened fire on the crowd, killing hundreds. His object, as he declared later, was to produce a moral effect to create in the mind of Satyagrahis a feeling of terror and awe. About 379 people were killed and about 1200 more were wounded. After the cease-firing, the troops immediately withdraw the place, leaving behind the dead and wounded. As the news of Jallianwala Bagh spread, crowds took to the street in many northern Indian towns. There were strikes, clashes with the police, and attacks on government buildings. The government responded with brutal repression. To make people humiliate and terrorize, Satyagrahis were forced to rub their nose on the ground, crawl on the streets, and do salam to all sahibs. People were flogged and villages around Gujranwala in Punjab, now in Pakistan, were bombed. Seeing violence spread, Mahatma Gandhi called off the Satyagraha movement.